Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everybody everywhere. Welcome to this week's 7 Days of Flesh and Blood with me, Chris Bewley. Now, this week we have an amazing guest. He is an incredible card game player, and he has a very good track record. He's the owner and operator of a store here in Auckland called Card Merchant. Now, this man, he's played a lot of games for a long time, and he's got a thing or two to say about how to play them well. So, 7 questions for this man, Matt Rogers. Let's go. Matthew Rogers, thank you so much for coming on 7 Days of Flesh and Blood's debut episode.
Hey mate, thank you. No, really cool that you asked me to be here. Yeah, happy to have a chat with you about Fab. It's certainly what I'm loving doing with my time at the moment.
Before we get on to that, what's going on in this profile picture, bro?
Well, you're talking about I figured I'd pop it up there for this video. It's a cool little flashback from about 7 years ago with a young Alan Hale, which I'm sure many of your viewers will know from Radio Reflex and being the Flesh and Blood organised play manager. So yeah, I figured it'd be a bit of fun to show that one bit of flashback.
Love it. You know, there's a lot of history in this community, and well, hey, you're being one of the key members, so let's get straight down to it. Now, I know that I told you that I had 7 questions for you, right?
Yeah.
I was lying.
Oh mate, I don't. Am I going to end up answering like 20 questions and be here for an hour? Is that what I've gotten tricked into?
Well, you know, me, cat gets my tongue quite often, but we'll see what happens. First question, my bro. What has been happening with you in the last 7 days of Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, man. I've just been testing a lot. So I've teamed up with Nick Butcher. Him and I started testing a little bit before the winner case, and that went really well. And then he won the event, so I was super stoked about that. And then yeah, every day we've just been playing about sort of 3, 4, maybe 5 games, trying out a bunch of different stuff, and yeah, just kind of experimenting and figuring out what's good. It's been a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool. And yeah, like you say, Nick went along and won the whole damn thing, so it sounds like you guys put in some pretty good work.
Yeah, for sure. I think cool. I think it was very well deserved. I think yeah, he put in a lot of hours, and he was absolutely, you know, he was addicted to his deck. He loved it, and ended up playing it really well, so it was good.
Yeah, that's a good sign, brother. Well, hey, here comes question number 1. So, of course, your name is pretty well known out there. Let's go question 1.5. So, your name is synonymous with successful tournament records in New Zealand card games. But my question, you've been so successful in these other games. What has made you go so all in on Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, I mean, when Flesh and Blood came out, I know, I know, pretty simple. You put together people that I've played card games with for, more than 10 years, Jason Chung, Chris Gearing, and James White. You know that whatever those 3 minds together make is going to be phenomenal. It's definitely going to be something else. So, yeah, I was really interested to try it out. I never, I thought that it would be just another kind of game on the side that I try to get into or whatever.
Why don't you, we're on the record here. You just thought it would.
Well, I thought for me personally, it would be a little game on the side that I'd enjoy, and they were definitely talking some great things about focusing on competitive play and stuff like that. So I was like, that's really cool, because Magic has really dropped off from doing that, and it's made it a lot harder for people that are super competitive and like big competitions and stuff. But yeah, I figured, I've been playing Magic, man, for like 15 years. I figured this would be my number 2 game, you know what I mean? But yeah, started playing it, realized, wow, they've solved so many of the problems from other card games. and I was just addicted straight away. And yeah, it's just been incredible. It has, it has such a stronger community than Magic, which is,
Yeah, man. I tell you what.
definitely, community is the main reason I play Magic. I love competitive games. I love testing my mind. I love stuff like that. But the community side of things is why, is what gets me out of bed every day. It's why I've revolved my entire life around games, right? And straight away, Flesh and Blood had an incredibly passionate community, and was a really good game. So once I started to get into this, it kind of, the other games fell off. I can barely stand playing a game of Magic now. I find it very boring. It's not the same group of people. It's just not. It's nowhere near as fun as Flesh and Blood. I'll be honest.
Man. A lot of people are saying once you go Flesh and Blood, you don't go back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hey,
I guess at this point, Magic's not even my number 2 game. Like, I just don't play Magic anymore. So
I know the feeling. Yeah. Hey, I've got another one for you. So you mentioned that you and Nick put in a lot of work before this winner case, and it really paid dividends. What do you have? Do you have like a typical approach or process before a big day or a big event? Tell us. What do you do?
Well, generally when I'm testing for a big event, I like to do it in a group. Usually about, 4 people's kind of the ideal. And generally how I like to go about it in a group is assign everybody roles. People play either the aggro or the control or the combo or whatever, and like the different people play different roles and work on their role, and then you try to do a lot of testing with each other or whatever, right? And definitely with the 10K that we played, I was in a testing group. Well, in the end, it ended up mostly being Kieran, who was on the role of Ninja, Kale, who was obviously Bravo, and I ended up. I was originally on Warrior, but I was originally on Ninja, but nobody in our group was playing Warrior, so I picked up Warrior and played that. Decided
we saw some awesome Warrior results from you. It's really fascinating. How, I love this idea of assigning roles, and you said that you were on Ninja, and I played a few games with you as well, and you moved into Warrior. A lot of people would say just keep doing what you're doing, but you really have this awesome approach where there could be something else out there, and you really do seem to go through every single aspect of every class or archetype, whatever it is, with such a fine-tooth comb, and it works, man. It seems like it really works.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I really enjoy doing that. So I played about probably 15 different Warrior builds throughout the couple of months of testing, and then I pretty much just fell in love with the deck and never looked back at Ninja since. So it was really fun. So I guess my thing is the best way to test for an event. Get a couple of like-minded people that are going to be dedicated, that are prepared to put the work in. Avoid people that are a bit lazy or have too many other commitments, and then assign roles to people. Everybody works within their roles, and you'll figure it out as a group. And then at the end, you can all decide to play the same deck, or all keep playing whatever you had your role in, or whatever. But that's definitely what I've found to be the best method.
Man, that's awesome. Hey, you talked about, you don't want to be getting involved with people that are too busy, but question number 3 for you, my man. Well, you've got a distribution company. You're the owner and operator of Card Merchant. You run a florist, a bakery, a shoe shop, a t-shirt company. You're a man of many hats. What's your secret? How do you do so many things and be so successful?
Okay, well, I definitely don't have a bakery or a florist shop or a t-shirt shop or anything like that.
I know. Sorry.
I have a distribution company and I have a retail company. A lot of people see me as the face of Card Merchant because I get involved with like the event stuff and all of the things that I really enjoy doing. But I actually am not that that all in work wise on Card Merchant anymore. I kind of just do the stuff that I like to do.
That's
so,
all right.
Yeah. Sort of the events, and so really the thing is I've got amazing people on my team. You know what I mean? I've got, if anybody's ever been to our West City store, Paul, our store manager, is just incredible, hardworking guy. And then if anybody's ever met Evie, she's our general manager. So for Card Merchant, she's pretty much my boss now. But she organizes me and Paul and all of the other staff and everything, and I get to kind of just do what I like with Card Merchant. So and then I just focus on my distribution company. So really I kind of have just 1.5 jobs. It's not as crazy as you're talking. But I mean,
it sounds like your passion's really working for you now. You follow your passion, and then eventually your passion works for you.
Yeah, 100%. I absolutely love what I do. So it's very, very easy to do a lot. I wake up every morning kind of quite excited at what I'm kind of working on this week, or what I'm doing this week, or whatever. And that's never changed. Honestly, it really is an incredibly rewarding industry to work in. It's a lot of fun. So it makes my job quite easy.
I can hear the excitement in your voice. That's awesome, man. All right, here's another one. Let's get excited about this one. Flesh and Blood metagame. Here it is, the question everyone wants to know. What is the best deck to play right now, and why?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to give you such a boring answer here. Honestly, and I truly believe this, more so of Flesh and Blood than any other game. And that's that you should play whatever your play style is. Like, literally, you can. No, seriously. Okay, I would not believe anybody that told me that in any other game, in Magic or anything like that. Like, you're able to test, you're able to figure out a best deck in most games, but Flesh and Blood, the margins are so thin, and the meta game is so wide open, and all of the decks are so similar and it's truly a game of play skill. It's truly a game of you can find ways to kind of get out of each spot, or you can find ways to kind of turn momentum your way, or whatever. So whatever deck, whatever class you're going to play the best, that's what you should play. And my biggest recommendation to people is just stick to one deck. Like, literally just, whatever class you're playing, just stick to that class and figure out how to master it. What?
Except for Brute.
Brute's really good as well. But honestly, the best example of this, Nick's deck that he won that winner case with, honestly, it was garbage. So straight up, it was so trash.
What was all this testing nonsense?
Yeah, but the thing, yeah, I mean, we failed on the test. Well, he didn't listen to me a lot on the test, in fairness.
I did.
He played a lot of bad cards, but the thing is, he just played that deck so much and played it so well that he was able to maneuver himself into a win, even playing a bunch of bad cards. So it's a true testament to it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I found the same thing. I started. I think when Welcome to Wrath first came out. I first started playing around with Dorinthia and stuff, and I didn't really enjoy the style. Recently, the last sort of couple of years of card games, I've really been enjoying aggressive decks. And then I found with Katsu, I could just do lots of stuff. I could just attack a lot, and I liked it, and I got better at it by practicing. And I agree,
Yeah, 100%. As soon as you find something that you like playing, just stick to that. Chop and change it, try every different version, master it, and you'll win. You'll win lots of games of Fab.
Hey, speaking of people who win a lot and picking decks that they like and getting good, I've kind of got someone in mind for this next question. So question number 5 for you. Who is the next big thing? Who's the next big player, up and coming, and what makes them so special?
Okay, I've got to really pick my testing partner Nick here. Like, he has made a top 8 or 2, I think. So he's a little bit known, but he's not Sasha known yet. You know what I mean? And I do believe that he's up there. So yeah, I think he's definitely going to get some really good results in this kind of road to Nat season, and sort of make a name for himself.
All right, that's cool. Yeah. You said he must be a pretty good player if he can play a quote unquote garbage deck and win a case.
Yeah. Oh man, he's going to be annoyed at me for saying that.
Hey,
he deserves it.
Annoyed at a lot of things you say, right?
Yeah, fair.
Hey, another question. What is your favorite card of Arcane Rising, and what card do you fear the most coming your way?
Okay, well that's really easy because it's the same card. So
yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah. So James was nice enough to give me the spoiler for Command and Conquer.
Did you get that one?
Yeah. Card Merchant got Command and Conquer. It was sweet.
I knew you'd say Command and Conquer.
Honestly, as soon as I got the email and opened up the image, I was like, "What? This card is sick!" This yeah, I was like, never again can a deck like Sasha's 10K winning deck win again. You know what I mean? Like this. And
then Dash did it.
Yeah, well, I mean that it wasn't quite like it, but yeah, sure. Yeah. But
very different than Sasha's spaghetti monstrosity or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So I mean, command meant that you didn't have to fear those heavy defense reaction decks anymore. You got a card that was able to really punish them for playing like that. And I don't like playing decks that are so far on that spectrum anyway. So I really wanted something that could punish people that do. So Command kind of filled all the boxes there. But likewise, I do still play a lot of defense reactions. Like most of my decks have like 10 plus. Yeah. So on the other side of the coin, that's the card I fear playing against the most as well. So, a good timed Command and Conquer can just be devastating and completely turn a game.
Yeah, and everyone knows all about the plethora of pummel possibilities. It's just a nightmare with that to conquer. Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, we've got one more question just to finish things up, and just do you have any advice out there for those who want to do that, like Matt?
Right. Oh my gosh. you don't want to do things like me, man. Nah. Like honestly, the best advice if you want to get good at Fab, if you want to focus on improving your game, just work hard, man. Like literally just put in the hours. Think a lot, sit there at night, lay out your decks and think about all of the different things that you can chop and change and try out and stuff. And, it becomes a lot of fun. I mean, the amount of nights I lie in bed just thinking about the different cards that I haven't tested yet or how this would play out and like everything like that. You just if you want to get really good at a game like this, the best thing that you can do to improve is to just be prepared to put in the hard work. So yeah, play a lot, test a lot, and think a lot.
Bro, that is amazing. Hey, everybody out there watching and joining us for this very first episode and our very first guest we have had on the show today, Matt Rogers from the Card Merchant and the bakery shop, the florist. But hey, Matt, it is such a privilege and an honor to have somebody with the mind, the skill, and just you on the show. So thank you very much for joining us, bro.
Dude, thank you. You're honestly way too kind. But just so cool that people are producing really enjoyable and entertaining content like this. So thank you for your part in that.
Hey, all right. Well, we'll see you again
as a guest on this one.
Oh, bro, you're too kind. No, you hang up. Right. Take care, Matt. Stay safe.
Okay, thanks, mate. Thanks. Bye.
So in addition to our 7 questions every week at 7 Days of Flesh and Blood, we want to give you a top 7 something. And this week we're doing the top 7 best decks to play if you want to win at Flesh and Blood. Now, of course, Flesh and Blood's not quite being played in the Flesh and Blood at the moment, but the boys and girls over at metricsdaily.com, with the help of a few friends, have put together this awesome competitive league which you can play and have a look at some lists also if you want to get involved. Now, first place in the most recent event, we had Carol playing Brute. Second place, we also had Brute from a man called Ramel. Third place, Jordan was playing Katsu. Fourth place, we had Manny, Mr. Adept, playing Azalea. Fifth place, we had Nick, since day one, killing it with Katsu, and I can't see that stopping anytime soon. After that, we had my man, your man, Jacob Pearson, playing that's Viscera for short. And after that, we had in 7th place a very special guest this week. Thanks again to Matt Rogers, who played the, as I like to call it, Ranger Rogers 75. But I don't actually know if he plays 75 cards or not. And after that, it's an 8th place, and everything around here is 777. But we cannot not mention the Legend Stories Studio developer and world-renowned deck designer and player, Jason Chung, who played Kano. So some awesome stuff there. It's pretty interesting. Dash, nowhere to be seen after she was tearing it up at the recent Win a Case event. Old mate Dorinthia and Bravo also not on this list, but if you ask me, Kale's not going to let that stay the same for long, so stay tuned for that one. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for checking out 7 Days of Flesh and Blood this week, and we'll see you again in the very near future. Take care, stay safe.